So Ian, we've finally got you in the tech centre. Welcome.
Thanks, Matt. It's great to be here.
But you've just told me it's your first time actually in here.
It is, yeah. It is.
What do you think of the new setup?
It's a great setup. Really, really like it.
How about the new Hercos?
Yeah, they're nice looking machines. Really looking forward to putting them through their paces with some tooling trials. Be good.
Can't wait myself.
Excellent.
Now, before we start delving into things, I know Iscar, but should we just tell the people who Iscar actually is?
Yeah, sure. Iscar is the tooling solutions provider where innovation never stops. We was initially known as a part-off and grooving company, but now we are a full line supplier.
So we've been partnered up for some time now. Why did we partner up together?
I believe the partnership has been put into place because there's quite a lot of symmetry between how our two sort of businesses are running. We have technical salespeople. We give engineering solutions rather than just providing a tool, and that's exactly how MSC work.
You've also got your tech centre in, is it Halzowin?
Yeah, just outside Halzowin.
Just outside, and we've got ours here. So I think the synergy between the two businesses are really aligned.
Yeah, I agree.
So you mentioned earlier about your parting off and grooving tools, and that was Iscar is mainly known for. But I believe you've been growing that portfolio now over the last few years.
Yeah, as I say, Iscar entered the market as a parting and grooving solutions provider. The portfolio since now has grown immeasurably. So we, as I say, we are a full line supplier. We supply ISO turning. The parting and grooving still is a massive part of our business. We have a very impressive hole making range. And of course, we have the milling lines as well.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you are one of the product managers for the Multimaster.
Yeah, I'm product manager for the Multimaster, so all-round shank tooling, which Multimaster is one of the product lines within. It's an exchangeable head system, so we have a shank of different materials. So we have steel, carbide or tungsten options, and then we have the carbide head, which is a screw-in system. There's no spare parts, so it's very user-friendly. Very easy to change, exchange the heads, put in a new head, things like that. Whether it be on a nice Herco machine like you've got here, or even in something like a sliding head where it's much more compact and a bit more difficult, to get to. So the user friendliness of Multimaster is brilliant.
So once you've bought the shank at the beginning, every purchase after that is a smaller lump of carbide in the bottom that you screw in.
Correct. Yeah, that's it.
So is it just carbide that you do, or is there other options available?
We have a vast range of carbide for all materials. So we have steels, high temperature alloys, stainless steel geometries. We also have geometries for aluminium and non-ferrous applications. But for those really difficult applications where you want to be getting the best value for your money, we can also put in a steel head system which will hold a variety of indexable inserts as well. And so we're getting much better cost per edge for what the application may be.
So that'd be great then when we're looking at jobs that we're trying to reduce the cost per part. So we're already reducing the fact that we're buying less carbide, but with that steel interchangeable head with the insert system, you're reducing the costs even further. Yeah,
potentially we can be, certainly for heavy roughing applications, maybe materials that are very abrasive on carbide. So rather than using a solid carbide solution with the exchangeable head, we can put in a much more economical indexable insert solution, maybe a fast feed or a 90-degree shoulder milling application, something like that, yeah.
So do you do things like chamfer cutters and things like that go on there as well?
Yes, we do chamfer cutters, we do back chamfer cutters, we do corner rounding, so that the range is vast.
Now for me, what I remember when I was on the shop floor is the fact that the tooling that we was getting from yourselves gave us the reach when we was doing deep pocket milling, and the fact that the shanks used to come with such a long relief. And I think we used to get, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, it might be about 175 mil that we used to get.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of the Multimaster system, that the long reach, obviously a long reach piece of carbide would be very expensive, but using the shanks, there's a lot more economy to it. And the shanks actually go up to 250 millimetres in length, Matt, so even further.
250 mil?
Correct, yeah. Depending on the diameter that you're using, yeah.
And is that something that you supply off the shelf, or is it something that the customer will have to turn down to suit, or how does that work?
These are off-the-shelf items, so depending on what your application is, you can use it as it comes out the box, or we do the very long solutions as a steel option, which then the customer could maybe tailor to his exact requirements, whether that be shortening the length slightly so he's got just the exact projection from the tool holder he needs, or even shaping the actual neck of the system itself to get past clamps or whatever it may be.
Are the shanks all the same, or have you got a variety of
Oh no,
shapes?
there's a great variety of shanks as well, as you can imagine, Matt. So we've got straight shanks with coolant holes in them to obviously assist with swarf evacuation. We've got tapered shanks. We've got two different styles of taper shanks, again depending on where we need to get to. Obviously, if we've got long reach applications, the sort of more stability we can get towards the tool holder, then the better it is for the actual solution. And obviously we've got the three materials, as I already said: steel, carbide and tungsten. We've got integral systems as well. So we've got the ER collet integrals.
Right. So they come actually built onto the collet itself?
They do, yeah. They come built on a collet, so an ER11 right the way through to an ER32 with different shanks.
Is that for specific machines? My head has instantly gone to live tooling.
It can be used on live tooling, yeah, and again it could be used live tooling on lathes or sliding heads, something like this. But it can be used on just a standard machining centre where you just want a long reach ER32 holder, and then you can have just a small projection of the actual tool from the ER32 collet or ER25, whatever it may be in that instance. And we do a range of lengths from the collet system itself as well.
So you could put those on the sliding head machines.
Yeah, you can put them on the sliding head.
You can change them quickly.
Yep.
Less carbide.
Exactly.
What
less
about
carbide.
what about if you've got something with a long reach that you want on a back end, let's say on an interface? Do you do those sort of things?
We do them on directly onto the machine interface, so such as HSK A63, but yet they would sort of be standard
lengths.
Standard lengths, yeah.
And do you do specials in those as well, or is it just you try and stay standard?
There's such a vast range in the standards that ideally the standards, but yeah, specials is a big part of what Multimaster is as well, because obviously covering everybody's needs and requirements isn't always possible with off-the-shelf items. So we can sort of tailor make products to suit various and specific applications.
The whole range together, what's the whole combination? There's got to be a vast combination with that.
There is, yeah. There's probably around about 2,200 individual line items, but from there we have in excess of 40,000 combinations of standard product lines.
That's a big portfolio for Multimaster.
And it's a product line that started with a 10mm and a 12mm end mill head, and now, as I say, over 40,000 combinations. And just one thing I'd like to bring to your attention about the ER collet chucks: Multimaster has a very high repeatability between exchanges of the head, but the actual ER collet system prevents any pull out. So even if you're doing heavy duty applications, it's not going to get pulled out of the collet chuck, whatever it may be. So it's, again, really superb for
That's a very good point, actually. Ian, during that I've learned something. I've learned about where Multimaster has started. I didn't realise it started with just that size.
Yeah.
The length of shanks that you do, brilliant. Now I know Iscar are a forward-thinking business. I'm guessing you've got multiple things in the pipeline to bring to market. I can't wait to get you back in here to get some tooling on those Hercos. So thanks for joining me.
Thanks very much, Matt. Look forward to it.